We're going through the top lists from the Oklahoma Land Run, and in the top 8, a very spicy Griselbrand combo dredge deck. All right, welcome back, Vintage Gamers, to the Saturday afternoon challenge. This is the last video probably before Edge of Eternities, where I will be making probably Tezzeret videos for the next few weeks. A bunch of different Tezzeret decks. So for now, we're going to do something very different, and I'm going to play Dredge. But I'm not going to play normal Dredge. I'm going to play Combo Dredge, Forceless Dredge. I don't know what we're calling this one. But this is a deck that's been floating around in the US paper scene for a little while, and recently had a nice top 8 finish at the Oklahoma Land Run. So that's why we're doing it. We're playing lists from the Land Run, as is 70 out of 75. This is from that event. So this is a pretty cool list because we're doing no Force of Will. So it's a lot of black cards. We got the Bridge from Below's and the Dredge returns. We can bring back Griselbrand, churn through our deck, and return Thassa's Oracle. We have Poxwalkers going on here. So we do have like interaction. We have Grief and Poxwalkers and Cabal Therapy and some Mind Break traps. But we don't have Force of Will, Force of Negation, that kind of thing. There are some hollow ones in this list. I know that this list has been changing a lot. I saw some ones that didn't have hollow ones, that did have hollow ones. We are going to have to do some hardcore thinking to think about why the heck there are Creeping Chills in our sideboard. I got to figure that out. I have no idea. We also have a nice Spinning Darkness. That's a cool one. That one costs like way more tickets than I thought it was going to, so that's sweet. Yeah. It's going to be sweet. It's going to be fun. It's going to be something that I don't normally do. I don't play too much Dredge on this channel, except when I want to prove a point. Not me was bringing it up in the Discord yesterday. I only really play Dredge when everyone says Dredge is bad, and I'm like, no, Dredge is not bad. You're just looking for the right weekend. And I think the number of times I play Dredge and top 8 with Dredge is close to 100%. This is not one of those times. I'm not saying to play this deck because I think Dredge is in a good spot. I'm just playing this deck for the content so you guys can see new and interesting decks on the channel and celebrate some of the people who did well at the Land Run. So I will see you in round 1 with this combo Dredge list. I'll be a special guest at the Steel City Spectacular August 14th through 17th in Pittsburgh. This CEDH main event will also feature a Legacy Battle for Duels and a Vintage Battle for a Black Lotus. 15 proxy Vintage with a Black Lotus as the main prize. I hope to see you at these amazing Eternal Magic the Gathering events. Let's battle. Okay, welcome to round 1 with our combo Dredge list. We do have an opening hand with Dredger and Bazaar of Baghdad, so that's a nice easy 7-card keep up against probably Lurrus control. Let's keep. If I knew the reason for chill in the board, I would tell you. I don't know the reason. We're going to have to figure that one out. Hopefully someone smarter than me can tell me, because I have no idea. Are we going to get turn 1 Bowmastered? Wait, there's like a Gataxian Probe in this list. Banger. I think we're getting turn 1 Bowmastered. Is that a problem? I don't really think it's a problem. Oh, it's Ancestral? It's just Ancestral. Okay. All right, well, I am going to play a Bazaar of Baghdad, and I am going to activate Bazaar of Baghdad. Oh, this could be a PO as well, I think. Okay. So I want to put Dredger in the yard, and I want to put Dredger in the yard, and I think I want to put Bridge in the yard. And then we're gonna probe to Dredge right away. And we'll hold this Noxious for a Wasteland. Oh god, I have to do the order. What does the order matter? Why does the order matter? Which card is it? It must be Spinning Darkness, right? You may exile the top 3 black cards from your graveyard rather than pay the spell's mana cost. Got it. All right, well, these are all black cards, so I don't think that matters. But that does mean more clicking for me, so. All right, I will cast Gataxian Probe, and I will target you. And then I will Dredge 5. I think they're different bridges because at one point in time, future sight cards on Magic Online would crash the client for me. So yeah. I got rid of my future sight cards at one point, and I'm slowly working my way back to having normal future sights. I mean, I had to get rid of all my future sight cards because they just straight up crashed the client. Okay, so my opponent has Wasteland, 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 Strip, Spell Pierce, Spell Pierce. So I think what I'm going to do is I milled over a Bazaar. So what I can do is I can Noxious now before my opponent has Spell Pierce and put the other Bazaar on the top of my library, which I think is what I'm going to do. This doesn't mean I can't dredge in my upkeep, but that's okay. But if I wait, they can Wasteland me and hold up Spell Pierce, so... Yeah, I mean, I will at some point replace them and put the future sight ones back. I just had not gotten to that yet, so. I do think Probe has some value inside of dredge lists that are trying to power out dredging. Certainly is a card people have used in the past. I didn't hit any other dredgers there. I still have just the Thug. And I do have an Icarid with a Grief and a Bridge, so the Icarid can come back. I think the art's pretty cool. I don't think it's bad by any means. I just think it is weird to see because I'm not used to it. All right, so here comes Wasteland, and we already have a Noxious for a Bazaar on top, so as long as I don't dredge by accident, I have another Bazaar coming. So I will use this Icarid, getting rid of a Grief, and then I will naturally draw my Bazaar, play Bazaar, activate Bazaar, dredge, dredge. And now I have to think, do I need to put any of these things in my yard? So I see that my yard has... I should probably pull the yard up here, huh? I have a therapy for my... Okay. Doesn't really do anything, but... Do I need to put Dread Return Griselbrand into the yard? I have... How many dredgers? I still have 2 dredgers, so I could probably get away with putting... I mean, I want to keep all these things in the yard. I kind of want to put the bridge in the yard for my Icarid, actually. So maybe... How many dredgers do I have? I still have 2 dredgers. So I could probably get away with putting bridge, Dread Return, and Griselbrand into the yard. It means my dredge next turn might be worse. But not that much worse. Only 2 worse. So I think I just do this, this, and this. And then I don't really care. Any order. I attack. I don't get... Yeah, I guess I theoretically could if they haven't drawn force. We know that they have double Spell Pierce. So I will Cabal Therapy my opponent on my Icarid. Get 2 bridges. But they don't have double blue. So as long as they didn't draw Force of Will or Daze, then we should be able to Dread Return a Griselbrand, right? Oh, I forgot that we are getting Wastelanded again. So I probably wasn't supposed to... This is going all in, right? In a way that I probably shouldn't have gone all in. I'm a little concerned about this play, but that's okay. All right, so if they drew Force here, it's bad for me, but... But I guess, like, I still have 2 dredgers in my yard, so this is probably still correct. All right, Griselbrand. If Griselbrand resolves, I assume we just win. So I will activate Griselbrand, I assume. Let's try that. And I will dredge my Imp. Dredge my Troll. I got to be careful not to overgo here. Dredge my Imp. 21. Dredge my Thug. 17. Dredge my Shell. 14. Dredge my... Oh, wait. I might just run out of dredgers here. Dredge my Shell. Oh, there's another one. So how many cards, how many draws do I have left here? I dredged 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 3. Okay, so I can dredge again. Okay, so then Narcomoebas hit the battlefield. I have Therapy and Poxwalkers and another Dread Return. So I should be able to win, I would think. Let's just Therapy my opponent again. So I have 8 cards in my deck. I could theoretically just Griselbrand and draw 7 and then reanimate Thassa's Oracle, right? Because I would go to 2 life and I can just naturally draw 7 cards. I'll just name Spell Pierce. Oh, they have a swords, but they can't cast it. Okay, so is there any reason to do anything else? I don't think so. So as long as I don't accidentally dredge, I pay 7, I draw 7, I go to 1 card, and then I dread return a Thassa's Oracle. I dread return, targeting Thassa's Oracle. I don't know what this is. Okay, sure. Stack abilities automatically. Okay. Maybe I don't want stack abilities automatically. Cool. So this was a turn 2 kill, which I think is what the deck is trying to do most of the time, turn 2 kill. This was a turn 2 kill through a wasteland, actually. And so we know our opponent is on Esper Lurrus control. All right. So Esper Lurrus control, how do we want to board? I don't like Chalice. I like Sickening Shoal, and I like Spinning Darkness, and maybe we bring in Creeping Chill. Because I don't think Mindbreak Trap is very good. Maybe we don't bring in Creeping Chill. Maybe we just... I don't know when you're supposed to bring in Creeping Chill, but Sickening Shoals and Spinning Darknesses seem better than Mindbreak Traps and Chalice. That seems reasonable. Will they play a Tabernacle? Do you like really want 1 Strip Mine for a Tabernacle? God, it just feels stupid to me. Yeah, there's 1 Tabernacle in their deck. 1 Tormod's Crypt, 1 Spell Bomb, 1 Lantern, 3 Priest. I don't know. It feels like really silly to have a Strip Mine for a Tabernacle. Like, are you really winning that way? I feel like you just win with Icarids and stuff. I mean, we can bring in Chill. I don't mind. I feel like I'd only bring in Strip Mine if my opponent was on Bazaar of Baghdad, but I'm not really sure. I didn't ask the creator any questions, so... I don't know. I just think all decks... I think all Dredge decks should have 4 chills. When are you cutting the combo right now? Is this a matchup you cut the combo? It could be. But if we cut the combo, it's like so many cards, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. Bro, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just gonna submit with some removal spells and call it a day. I have no idea. Did I cut Spinning Darkness? Nope. You want so like, but if I was to cut them, what would I like? I would have to bring in what? Tabernacle, chill, 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 and something else. Preparation. It's a vintage challenge. You people prepare for vintage challenges? This is like a fun for fun tournament. Clown show. Thank you, Asha, for giving Bart a sub. I don't know, like, you want to bring in one strip mine to counteract one tabernacle that they can tutor for and we can't? It doesn't seem like a smart thing to do. I get it. Maybe you just want to have it in your 75. Then I just need to pick cards to trim. I guess I can trim a Shambling Shell, really. There's no reason for me to have 4 Shambling Shells in this deck. If I don't have Vigor in. I did just keep another 7-card Bazaar hand, though, so... 4 cards from my opponent. Vexing Bauble. All right, well, I ain't casting anything this game. And a Nihil Spellbomb. I guess we die? This is why you have Force of Will in your deck. So we have to attack with Icarids and win, but we have to do it through a Spellbomb? Seems bad for me. I am Dredge. Cool. We can concede if they wasteland us. How about that? I don't know, this is what happens when you play an all-in combo deck. Your opponent plays interactive cards and you lose. Not much to say. We need to get them. We need to get an Icarid going so that they pop the spell bomb. None of those are Icarids, by the way. Just in case anyone was keeping track. Are creeping chills through their Nihil spell bomb? An interesting idea. I mean, it is. It's interactive. You are interacting with your opponent. Okay, all right. Give me out. I'm out. All right, let's cut Dread Return, Griselbrand, Oracle, and bring in Chills and Vigors, I guess. They have too much stuff. I don't feel like I'm ever going to be able to put a Griselbrand in play, so I probably shouldn't bother, right? Vexing Bubble is absolutely interaction. What are we talking about here, chat? We are the bad guys. Vexing Bubble is the good guy here. Well, the good news, Safi, is they only have 1 Vexing Bubble in their deck because it is restricted, so... Force of Vigor cannot kill Vexing Bobble, so. I'm just doing what the people want. People want to see me play terrible decks with no force of will. I'm not. This deck is not terrible, but people want to see me play these non-force decks and lose. That's what the people want. I'm here for the people. How do I mill enough to Oracle? We mill with Griselbrand. We activate Griselbrand, and our whole library goes poof. That's what we did in game one. Who wanted this? The YouTube commenters. You can blame the Twitch chat. You can go to war with the YouTube commenters. I will put away a shambling shell because I would like to pitch the pox. How do I get the poxwalkers into play right away? I can't, right? It's kind of unfortunate. So I can't therapy on turn one unless I hit hollow one, maybe. Thanks, Cabo. Twitch chat versus YouTube commenters. The great war of our time. And my opponent has mulled to 4. We got that going for us. It's okay. Next week, we will play Tezzeret, and then we'll 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 play Tezzeret. So everything's fine. I'm not sure what we're supposed to put in our yard here with this Bazaar. Because I kind of want to put Poxwalkers and Icarid and Therapy, but then I don't have any Dredgers in my yard. I guess I don't have to put Poxwalkers until later, right? So I just need to put Icarid, Therapy, and Troll. I guess I don't even need to put Therapy. I could just put Icarid and Troll and Thug. I don't know. I did not draw a hollow one. Troll, Icarid. I guess I don't need Therapy in my yard yet until after I activate my Bazaar, so... Poxwalkers with when you cast a spell. So I'd like to... I guess I just put all my Dredgers in. Is it, like, too risky to put all my Dredgers in? I don't have any interaction. If my opponent, like, wipes my yard, it's, like, kind of bad for me, right? Let's put a Poxwalkers in my yard. Save a Dredger in case we get wrecked. I don't know why. I don't want to order it every time, man. I don't want to. All right, 4-card hand that my opponent mulligan to. Let's see what they have for us. Are they going to wipe my yard? Are they going to play a Containment Priest? Are they going to play... Yeah, they have a Tormod script. Okay. Well, I kind of expect that if my opponent is mulliganing to a 4. Time to play through it. What is the best way to play through it? Natural Dredge. Then we can't bring the Icarid back this turn. If I activate in response... If a trigger comes up, they can just wipe my yard. I feel like we're supposed to natural Dredge, right? The problem is I'm not bringing Icarid back. It gives them a lot more flexibility. What things could we hit that would make them pop the crypts? Narcomoeba? This is the part where Beerus would know the answer. So I'm worried. I'm gonna try just naturally dredging. I'm like kind of worried that we won't be able to put another thing in our yard. Kinda just doesn't play Magic. Kinda just says, don't think about anything, jam the whole time. If you lose, you lose, which is not what we're here for. I guess this Poxwalker doesn't really do anything. I guess then we can activate. Oh, whatever. I dredge naturally. Oh, I hit Narcomoeba Chill. Oh my god. All right, so they probably have to hit here. They're not going to? But then I get to therapy you. What the hell? This was a great dredge, by the way. I mean, I didn't hit any other dredgers, but it was still great. I'm surprised they didn't hit there. So I think I'm just going to therapy off of the Narcomoeba. What am I hitting with this? Containment Priest? Probably. Oh, I'm getting Spell Pierced. So that's why they didn't activate. I can just activate after this and therapy again. Because then they won't have time to respond. And I'll put the Poxwalkers in. Seems really good for me. Are they just debating about two bridge from blow triggers here? I feel like the way I sequenced this led me to have an extreme advantage. Yeah, but I can't hit anything that triggers because I have no dredgers in my yard, so I'm just activating and putting in the yard. Yes, I will be a special guest at Steel City Spectacular. So now I'll just put... Jesus Christ, I drew another Bazaar. I'm going to put Therapy, Thug, and Walker in the yard, and then I'm going to immediately Therapy my opponent. So I could even put the Bazaar on the top of my library and draw into my Bazaar and have 3 Bazaars. Okay, so now they hit it. So I could Noxious. I lost 2 Icarids and a Poxwalkers. They have 2 cards in hand. I can hit Priest if they have it. I can Noxious a Bazaar to the top of my library. I have 3 cards. I play a Bazaar. I have 2 cards. I activate Bazaar. I have 4 cards and then down to 1 card. So I won't be able to upkeep activate. But seems fine, right? I want to just have super powerful stuff. All right, so my graveyard gets exiled. I don't get anything. I don't get anything. And then I name Containment Priest on this Cabal Therapy. They have Lavinia as their last card. So I play my other Bazaar. I activate Bazaar. I keep my 1 Bazaar, and I pitch these cards. All right, so my opponent has a Lavinia and 2 lands, and I have 3 Bazaars and a Grave Troll. So that seems good for me. So I can't activate in my upkeep because I would not have enough cards to pitch. So I just untap and draw. I dredge this. I hit a chill. I didn't hit another dredger, so my first thing is going to be just be discarding. I hit my 4th Bazaar. Oh, I hit the wrong one there. Oops, it's fine. I don't know if there's any reason to do this. Is there prize amalgams in my deck? Oh, there are no prized amalgams in my deck. So if I get bored, if I get graveyard wiped here, it's like pretty bad for me, right? I can't cast any spells, so I don't know if there's any reason I should even be going right now. Is there anything I can hit? Because I can't therapy. So there's nothing I can actually hit besides... These are all of my Icarids, right? So if they top deck a Lantern or a Spellbomb, I lose. I guess I could hit... You know, like, even if I therapy, I don't have any bridges. So I should have attacked first so that if they had blocked, I wouldn't lose all my bridges. Okay, so I should attack, and then I should activate again. Well, I don't have more or any of those, do I? Yeah, I do. Okay, so if my opponent blocks... I mean, they're not going to block, right? They're worried about getting Dread returned. I don't think I'm allowed to play around like a top deck thingy anyways, so I'm just going to activate and play the game. It's fine. Yeah, so there's a Narcomoeba. There's 2 Narcomoebas. I have 13 cards left in my deck. I hit a Therapy and I hit some bridges. That's what I want, because I want to be able to like beat a graveyard removal off the top. So I hit a Therapy, so I can just sack this and they'll counter it, but I'll get 2 more 2/2s. I brought the chills in. There's only 1 chill left. All right, so I got 2 2/2s there and no more therapies. Okay, so even if my opponent wipes my yard, I have a winning board state, right? So I think it's fine. I kind of like the way I played this game. Almost still lost. Unless my opponent goes like Tabernacle, wipe your yard, then I definitely lose. All right, I'm just gonna naturally bring in these Icarids and call it a day. I'm not gonna activate or anything more here. Maybe I'll dredge 3. I don't want to get like randomly ancestral killed. I hit my last creeping chill as well. Does Bowmaster save them? Block, block. Doesn't save them because I hit chill. If I hadn't hit chill, Bowmaster... But I mean, I would just dredge through my deck and hit chill afterwards, so... they're still dead on board through Bowmaster, so... Right? Or am I crazy here? Wait, no. Block, block, block. Yeah, they're still dead. This does mean I lose more tokens, though, that I could have, but I don't think that matters. Yeah, still take 5, exactly lethal. I have to order the zones before I can say I won. My opponent has to order the zones too? Oh, GG's. Oh, wow. Okay. I don't even remember putting these triggers on the stack. That is the right order, though. Did I turn off the stack abilities automatically? I did. That's good. All right. Round 1 win. All right, we're back for the 2nd day in a row. We are playing against Frowning Table. Frowning Table was on Lurrus control last time, which we already played against today, and seems like a problem. Mulligan. Mulligan. I think we're Dredge, but we'll give it our best shot. Opponent also gets to know we're on Dredge, which is a problem. So, which is why you can't really have open decklist vintage tournaments. The non-force decks are just so... these decks are so bad in open decklist events. Just completely wiped out. Maybe this hand's strong enough that it doesn't matter, though. So, let's see. Put 2 cards on the bottom of my library. Narcomoeba and Poxwalkers, question mark? No, I'd probably rather just put the Dread Return on the bottom, right? I would have to hit a therapy for Poxwalkers to be good, but if I did hit a therapy, it's pretty good. You know, I have no idea. I'm not sure. There are 2 Griselbrands and 2 Dread Returns. I just like don't know which one putting one of them on the bottom is like really bad for us. And for Poxwalkers, I just have the 4 therapies, right? I feel like Poxwalkers is worse or less bad for me to put on the bottom. Could be wrong though. Bridge Grief. Wow. So I can put Troll, Bridge, and then which one do I want to pitch? same question, right? Which one is more important? I guess I'll pitch the Dread Return. I have no idea. Grief you. Bowmaster, Lotus, Strip Mine, Stock Up, Time Walk. Lotus? Okay. So does Strip Mine beat my draw here is the question. Is it really beating swords? I don't know if that's true. I could see it though. Yeah, I guess we have Grave Troll, and we don't really need Griselbrand, so I could see it. Got a lot of power on turn 1. Worst case scenario would be like opponent draws Mox and goes fetch Mox, Time Walk. My opponent just went spell bomb off the top game 1. That's pretty funny. Oh man. So now they can Time Walk. Now they can go land Bowmaster, but we're already in a pretty good spot after this, so. Oh, they hit the land as well. Dredge 5, hit a Narcomoeba, hit a Cabal Therapy, no bridges. So I can at least take the stock up. So I should probably just use the Narcomoeba because they'll ping it down. Oh. I definitely want to take the stock up. I guess I theoretically could do it now. Force them to Bowmaster now and then don't attack with the zombie token, maybe? I have no bridges anyways. They already removed all the bridges. I got mental misstepped. All right. Is there any value to not attacking with the zombie token? If they bowmaster, they shoot it and they trade. Just one less unit in play. If I hold it back, they bowmaster, they shoot this. They shoot me and they block. Or they don't block and then they have a double block. Kind of seems like I'm not supposed to attack with the zombie token into the known bowmaster. If they have another land into a stock up here, or a frog could be good, maybe. I have no chills in my deck. Still have a bunch of dredgers, though. Another therapy and a bridge. But I can't really therapy my hollow one, right? And I'm gonna lose my bridge because I hit no Icarids. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna throw one of these away for the stock up. I would rather just attack. They drew another bowmaster. They drew swords. Are we gonna lose this game? That'd be crazy. Land stock up into Twister, maybe. I don't know. Oh, I did this. It didn't matter, right? Those were I had a token. I gotta make sure I do that in the right order when I don't have a token. All right, they didn't hit the land. We still have 7 dredges left. 2 Icarids. Okay, there we go. That's really strong. Wow, this was a really close game. That's not a good sign. Grief. Dredge. Oh, I'm actually out of black creatures. I could lose this game. I'm out of dredgers and out of black creatures. I have to eat the other Icarid, so if they draw another bowmaster or swords, I lose. I not lose, but I have to wait till I get to full hand size. I guess I have therapy, but if they have bowmaster, like I have to attack first. Like I have to attack first, right? But if they have bowmaster, they wipe my board and I lose. I'm not therapying before combat, chat. Like I have to attack. Like I'm going to therapy if they let me go past. They could just have a counter spell. They have a counter spell. All right. That's not good. This game was so close. Ah! We know they have stock up as one of their 3 cards. It's lethal if they have no removal, no creature diamond. You need to think about things that they can't have. Like the percentage chance that this Icarid hits is not actually very high. It might. Bro, we're gonna lose. They're gonna untap and stock up. Yeah. They have wait, they have Lurrus. They have Lurrus Spellbomb. Shouldn't they just go Lurrus Spellbomb? Buy Lurrus and then next turn play Lurrus Spellbomb? We're gonna lose this game. I mean, they still win anyways. I don't think it matters. Yeah, they still win anyways because they have an extra turn. So, wow, this is so sad. What a terrible thing. I guess we could technically draw our 4th Bazaar. Wow. I can't believe we lost this game. That's so gross. Crazy. Wait, what was the other card we were taking out? Oh, memory traps. That's so wild. The only reason opponent won this game is they ripped Nihil Spellbomb off the top on turn 1. Brutal. Yeah, I don't know. Chill is like consistently impresses me as the absolute one of the best cards in the entire deck, so I tend to agree. Howda. Mulligan. Keep. Am I supposed to play Grief, like play Bazaar, play Grief, and activate Response? Is that like the most optimal line? It doesn't change anything though. So there's like no reason to do that. Is you just rather Bazaar first? I guess if the reason to do that would be the reason to Grief first would be, you can't even beat Rap Trap that way. I just think you're supposed to activate then. Seven card keep from Frowny. Can't imagine we're beating a 7-card keep, but we'll see. Priest, Mox, Wasteland, Tabernacle, bro. GG's. Great. Fantastic. Yo, playing Dredge is fun, chat. What a good time. Hit Nickrid. And They drew land. They drew white land immediately. Oh, shit. They immediately drew white land. That's nuts. Yeah, we have literally no counterplay. We're just dead. We're not in trouble. We died the moment the hands were kept. There's no amount of gameplay that would ever have done anything here. We registered our deck and we lost because we registered this deck. That's how it works. Okay, welcome to round 3. Another maybe Lurrus gamer. Let's powder after our opponent kept their 7. One Griselbrand gone. And 2 Narcomoebas gone. And still missed. And still missed. And still missed. And still missed. And still missed? Am I gonna powder 14 cards away and bowl to 0? No way. I missed again? No way. 14 card powder into bowl to 0? I missed. I missed. I won. That's like 0.0000001%. What? What? That's crazy. That's so mathematically minute. I how is how what the that is unbelievable. I can't believe that just happened. Oh, what a joke. This is not a normal Dredge experience. Like, I don't think you understand. This is like 0.001 kind of. Like, missing on a Bazaar in full mulligans is extremely small. They have main deck Soul Guide Lantern. But like, missing on a Bazaar in full mulligans after removing 14 cards is like unbelievable. Everyone has main deck Soul Guide Lanterns and Nile spell bombs. We were so screwed. Whatever. All right, well. This is what I was forced to sign up for. Hope everybody's having fun. Who forced me? YouTube. It's all YouTube's fault. They can't stop commenting, Justin, play no force decks. Well. Mulligan. Here we go. That's a keep. I guess I bought him the Narcomoeba. Though it probably doesn't matter very much. Okay. So definitely Thug. Thug, Bridge, Therapy, probably. I mean, this is going to be another 2-minute match, so we're just going to get turn 1, our graveyard wiped and lose, so it's fine. I can't believe that just happened. Saga, lead Saga again. You have a spell bomb as well? Yeah. This is miserable. I'm having not a very good time, chat. I didn't even hit anything to bring back. That's not good. That's so bad for me. All right, whatever. I guess we're just dead. All right, here's an Archiveva. We lose all of our stuff. We still have some dredgers, I guess. Oh, I misplayed on deck selection. It's okay. We have faced Lurrus control 3 times in a row. That's not been great. They all have had main deck lanterns and stuff. All right, get me out. I'm done. I don't even know if I want to play any more rounds. Okay, welcome back. Round 4. I had a nice little detox. Walked around. Did my dishes. Got a beer. So now I'm ready for round 4 where we get to keep a 7-card hand, which I think is nice. Except we lost the die roll and we're playing the mirror. And our hand doesn't have the best dredgers. And it could be sus. Could be sus. Die roll is pretty important here. My opponent has to organize the cards because I have Spitting Darkness. That card is hilarious. Oh, man. Yeah, you got a hollow one. If they look like they're not on combo dredge, so hopefully we can turn to our opponent here and win. That's our plan. I could Noxious Revival both their dredgers. Is that a good play, chat? Any knowers? Is that a strong play? It's got to be kind of good, right? Or is it better to like hit Narcomoebas? I have not played the Dredge Mirror in a very long time. I need to think if revivaling like a Narcomoeba is more powerful than putting both their dredgers back right now. I don't know the answer. They'll have to activate in their upkeep, and then they'll only get a dredge for this turn. Let me think. Let me look at the deck list for a second. Because there's like a lot of power in just like hitting Narcomoebas, right? Because they won't get anything back. Or is that not as good? I don't know. I don't know. Dredge. Normal dredge. I guess I will play around negation. No, I can't play around negation. All right, I will revival this thug to the top of your library. And I will revival this shambling shell to the top of your library. And then you can play the game. I don't know if that's good, by the way, chat, but we'll see what happens. I have no idea if that's a good play or not. Is this tempo? There's a Golgari Grave Troll. It's like better if I don't trade, right? Because I have... maybe it's better to get this off the table. I don't want to lose my bridges. 2 Narcomoebas. No therapies. Icarid. Dredge. 2 Poxwalkers. There's a Griselbrand, but there's no Dread Return, so we missed on Dread Return. So another turn. But we should be faster than our opponent in the mirror, even on the draw here. We should be able to dredge next turn and hit a therapy to attack our opponent's hand, and then a Griselbrand to win. I assume. Let's see what happens. All right, they get a bunch of things into play. We activate Dredge 5, Dredge 5, Dredger. So there's a bridge and a therapy. No Dread Return still. Still no Dread Return. Dredge 5. Oh, there's a Dread Return. Okay, cool. So does attacking... Yeah, so first we'll therapy our opponent using a Narcomoeba. I guess I can just use the Icarid. Who cares? Immediately returning Poxwalkers. And hitting Force of Will. How many therapies do I have? I only have 1. So I could technically get negation, but Will is more likely, right? They have a Mind Break trap. Okay. This is only my second spell, though, so... I will Dread Return, target Griselbrand, sacking Walker, Narcomoeba. They're off it. So then I would be able to dredge through the rest of my cards, hit the other therapy the Mind Break Trap, and then Dread Return the Thassa's Oracle. Not bad. Yay! We're back to happy, Justin. All right, Dredge Mirror. Chalice is gone. Crypt is in. Strip Mine is in. Rab Traps are in. Their Leyline deck, so Vigors are in. How do we board for this one, though? This is kind of hard. Because I want the combo, right? My opponent only has 4 Leyline. I guess Grief is pretty bad. Grief can leave. Doesn't really do anything. Mental Misstep. Hits Noxious. I mean, I think we need therapy still, right? My opponent just said, fuck it. I booted up the stream for this. Last round, I had a 2-minute match. And so I turned off my stream and I went and did, you know, errands. And this round, my opponent had a 2-minute match, and now they're gonna go run errands. This has been the worst stream of all time, by the way. This is like up there with Jewel streams. This is such a fucking mess. Oh my god. Welcome back. Here we go. Round 5 of 6. We are 2 and 2 now. I will mulligan. My opponent kept their 7. I will powder. And I will keep a bridge, I guess. That's my gut instinct. And my 6 has nothing. And here's my 5. On the draw versus non-Lurrus. Could be mono white. Archamoeba can go back. I think Shambling Shell can go back. Mental Misstep will at least hit Bobble or something. Oh, my opponent has a Chancellor of the Annex, so my Mental Misstep doesn't even do anything. Sick. All right. Great. 7-card Black Lotus mono white hand. And mana crypt. How does it happen to me all the time? It's every single mono white hand on the play. Black Lotus, Chancellor, mana crypt. Ow. I guess I just hope they don't have an Anointed Peacekeeper. Void Mirror. All right, well, I will not be resolving any spells. So that's fun. And a Wasteland. I'm not having a good time, by the way. All right. Well, a solid start from my opponent. Doesn't there's no way I can ever dredge to the level needed to beat this, right? I'm just dead. This is also the deck that has 12 sideboard cards for dredge, so not feeling very good about this. Might be another 5-minute round. I don't have any chills in my main. there are no chills in my main. Chalice on 1, sure. I don't think any of that matters. This is unblockable, so all right, I concede. I think I do want Chalice on the play this time. Man, this has not been very fun. I must not lie. Let's see. My opponent has 3 Archon, 4 Containment Priest, 4 Leyline, 3 Swords, 3 back, 4 Vexing Bauble Void Mirrors, 4 Anointed Peacekeeper. Shit. Okay. I think we just concede. I think that's what I think. I think the answer is. I think the answer is simple. I can't even cast these spells. Bro, what am I even doing here? What am I even bringing in? Is Vigor even good against them? It only hits Leyline, but I kind of need to hit Leyline. Like, if they have Leyline, I die, right? Chalice is okay if I lead on Chalice, but I don't really think that's a good idea. Maybe I mean, I need these creeping shells, don't I? I guess we can take the traps out on the play. Okay, cool. All right, I got to keep a hand with Bazaar. I don't have any dredgers, but my opponent's going to lead on a ley line, no problem. The problem is Mono White Initiative has no good sideboard cards. So all they do is put a bunch of Dredge cards in their sideboard because there's no other things they can put in their sideboard. I'm going to play 6 rounds of Magic, and this video is going to be an hour long. I think, so I had a 30, I did have a 30-minute round 1. 17 minutes, 7 minutes, 8 minutes. This will be another 5-minute. It's kind of wild. My opponent has mulligan to 5. 4. All right, hold on. I see the vision. We have a chance. 3. I can win a game. Wait, chat. Wait, chat. I see an out. There's an out. All games decided by the mulligan. All right, 3-card keep for my opponent. No ley line. No interaction for Justin. Vigor doesn't do anything, right? If they have no ley line. Because I can't kill baubles or mirrors or priests or archons. Okay, so Vigor is a complete garbage card right here. So let's put Icarid Shell. I mean, we still put Icarid Shell and Bridge, though. All right, 3-card hand from our opponent. What does he got? What do they got? They got a Wasteland. That's good for us. Okay. I will not be returning the Icarid. I will be dredging. Okay. No dredgers in my yard right now. Dredger, Walker. Cast Hollow one. Oh, baby. I think we did it. Okay, a game win. I love that for us. Game 3. So in this time, though, we don't want these griefs because, well, maybe we still do want the griefs because of, like, Containment Priest isn't getting played on turn 1 every time, maybe? Yeah, this is the top 8 list. It is not very good, in my opinion. I think it's really bad, actually, but that's okay. We're doing our best. I'm not playing perfect, obviously, but you just, like, throw your hands in the air and you say hope and prayers, and then you lose because your opponent has, like, main deck Graveyard Hate, and it's been a rough day. Has been a rough day. Oh, yeah, I did mold a 0 after powdering my 7 twice. That was pretty impressive as well. Yeah, it's been one of those days, that's for sure. I think the idea of just playing no force dredge is insane. I think that's the problem, actually. There's like no way to ever dread return versus an opponent post board. Like dread returning is great. I think dread returning game one is great. I think it's an actual good reason to play dredge because you can win your game one a lot more often. Not maybe not a lot more, but a decent amount more often. The problem is you can never ever dread return in game 2 or 3. It's just impossible. People have way too much hate. You just board it out because it's like there's no chance you're ever dread returning in post board games. Like look at my opponent's deck. We look at my opponent's deck. 4 Leyline, 3 Archon, 4 Containment Priest, 4 Peacekeeper. Like if I had a force, I could force the stupid Black Lotus. But I don't. It's just not. I just don't agree with that. Cool. I lost the game on turn 1. Yay. Like if I just have a force, I can actually play the game, right? But now I don't have a force, so we just pitch to hand size and hope for the best. No, bro, every matchup is a bad matchup. There are no good matchups. That's the problem. The problem is you have no good matchups. I can't beat this, right? I need to actually just draw like removal. Great. This deck is good into the mirror. That's true. That's true. That is the one match we played today where I can definitely say we were good. This deck should always beat the force deck in the mirror. That's true. I think that's your one good matchup. Like, are there any other matchups that are good? No. You probably are beating this, but like so is normal dredge. No. 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 Yes. No. 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 Yes, probably. No. They named Sickening Shoal? All right. Time to hit them with our Spinning Darkness. I mean, you're still losing to Jewel, though. Like, it's not like you're winning or anything. This is the card I usually board out in this matchup. But I guess on the play, it's pretty reasonable. Okay, well, I had fun. Good time. I'm trying really hard, by the way. I really am trying to be like fun and not sad and optimistic, but boy, does this deck invoke feelings of the not interesting variety. Reminds me of Jewel. Reminds me a lot about Jewel. All right, here we go. 6th and final round of our Combo Dredge Challenge. We get a nice 7-card keep here against possible Jewel opponent. Again, we have no interaction, so hopefully that won't come back to bite us. Uh-oh. Bro, this deck, bro. Great. Turn 1, Bobble with Ring backup. Okay. Unlucky. I couldn't play around it. There's like 0% chance I can win, right? Oh, well. Whatever. I'll give it my best shot. I just need maximum dredgers. I don't know if there are winning hands. Has anyone ever truly won? I'm trying. I'm trying to be optimistic. I'm trying. I swear. I can't win with Dread Return, so I have to attack for lethal, which seems kind of impossible. And they're going to play a jewel on this turn. Oh, they played a new ring. Sure. Just for protection. Love that for them. No reason to bring this back. Unless I want a therapy not on my opponent for bridge value. So I guess I should bring it back for bridge value. So I will bring it back for bridge value. I have therapies and walkers. I can therapy my own grave troll, but it gets count. I mean, I should still do it because I want to return the poxwalkers, right? So I guess I should just probably do it twice. But in that case, I probably should have pitched poxwalker. Was there a time where I could have pitched poxwalkers? Maybe I missed out on pitching up poxwalkers at some point. I mean, at least I put some power in play. I might have missed on a spot to pitch poxwalkers, which could have been useful. I have 8 power in play, so if my opponent loses a crit flip, takes the ring shot, I return a go-go, and the Icarids, I could win if my opponent like does nothing this turn somehow. So I guess that's a theoretical way we can possibly win the game. I don't know what series of cards my opponent would have to draw here to lose, but they probably exist in theory. Maybe not, because doesn't a metamorph prevent the damage? All right, cool. So a third ring. I can just never win, right? They just play a ring every turn for the rest of the game, and I can never win. Because I can't cast Oracle. This deck... I don't have any ability to win, because I can't cast my Oracles every turn. I have no chills in the main. So... what are we even doing here? I should have activated in response or whatever. Oh well. I should have used a 5 cost. Well, I can't resolve anything, and I already have lethal, so I guess I just F6 and die. Yeah, the dark side's terrible, Matt. This deck is not good. I want my force of will back. I need to be able to counter spells. At the very least, if I could have countered the Vexing Bauble, I could win the game. But I can't. I have no force. I don't recommend this to anyone. You have to be an extremely powerful wizard to win a to top 8 a tournament with this. All right, they have Volt Key. They currently still have a Mana Crypt, though. I'll wait till they remove this Mana Crypt, but all they have to do is find a PO. They had a Sink into Stupor in their hand. Is that not good enough? Probably should have PO. This feels like a matchup where I will not board out my Dreader turns, though. Oh, you're just gonna tinker it away. I'm waiting for you to do something to get rid of this mana crypt, and then I will concede. All right, cool. All right, I'm gonna leave in my combo this time, though. I definitely feel like this is a matchup where they will not have enough hate to stop the combo, which is a good thing. They have 2 crypts, 2 cages, 2 grids, and worm coils. Can't kill grid with vigor, but you still probably bring in vigor. And then you want traps. I kind of need all my green cards. I want griefs. Yeah, I feel like no chills has been really bad. I could probably just take out the hollow ones. Card has always been really bad for me in this matchup. All right, try this. All right, I got maximum interaction. I've got a powder. I lose a grief. I lose both my dread returns if I powder this. Bro, why? Why does this game like... Why is this deck like this? Is that like... Do I have to mulligan because I lose both my dreader turns, or is that acceptable? Can I play the game still? I lose a grief and a therapy and an Icarit. Maybe I'm just supposed to mulligan this. I have no idea. I could be convinced you're not, but... All right, I found a keep. I just put the Oracle on the bottom and put the Dread Return on the bottom. I have 1 Dredger. I could activate and try to hit Grief, but it feels like it's wrong. Probably just hold up in this Vigor. In case it's Cage. Lotus, Soul Ring, Mana Vault, Jewel, Needle, Thug, Bridge, Therapy. All right, Needle. What else you got? Cage? Okay. Uh-huh. And the One Ring. All right, well. I will blow up your cage and your needle. Okay, we can play the game? Maybe I'm supposed to natural dredge that one. Whoops, it's fine. Can't Kibble therapy them right now. I probably was supposed to natural dredge that one. It's okay. Oh, I hit my Griselbrand. We know there's 1 dredge return on the bottom, and there's a Thassa's Oracle on the bottom. I have 2 bridges and no Poxwalker, so I can't play a Griselbrand this turn, right? No matter what. Because if I sack my Narcomoeba, I only get 2... No, I have 3 bridges, so I can do a Griselbrand right now. Okay, so we should... Should we just do it? I guess we should, right? No, I don't have a Dread Return. Duh. So there's nothing to do. But do I want to put 6 power in play? I probably do want to put 6 power in play. So I will sack this Narcomoeba, get 6 power, and get rid of Stinkweed Imp. Okay, all right. So now I just have to see if I survive this one ring. They had no land on the first turn, so that's good. Next turn, we can maybe hit them with the good stuff. I guess there's like no reason to activate in response to Ichard anymore because there's no prize amalgam in the deck. Is this ancestral? Oh, key. That's a lot of draws. Oh, they did the mana vault. Boy, they have another ring. This is so annoying. Game 1, they had 3 rings. This game, they've already had 2 rings. We can win the game, though, right? With Oracle, so... I guess I'll just activate in response anyways. I'm hoping we win the game on this turn. We just need a Dread return, which we don't currently have, right? We know 1 Dread return's on the bottom, so I need this to hit a Dread return. I hit a Dread return. All right, cool. So we can't therapy them. So if they have a force, we just get wrecked. So we just cast Dread return and target Griselbrand and hope they have nothing. I'll just stack these automatically, whatever. All right, so they have nothing. So we actually win a game. That's sick. Okay, so are you think they're waiting until our last spell to get us? Who cares? All right, so what do I need to do? I need to draw exactly the right number of cards with this Griselbrand. Do I need to do any complicated math for this? Like 7 cards, 6 cards. After this, it'll be 5 cards and 13. 4 cards. Sorry, 5 cards. I do, now it's 4 cards and 8. If I do a Thug, it would be 4 cards and 3, right? Hold on. I need to figure this out. I have 4 draws left, and I need to get rid of 8 cards total. So if I do a 3 right now, I'll have 6 cards and 3. And if I do a 3 again, I'll have 6 cards and 2. But then I'll draw the Oracle. So I can't do that. Oh, I can do that because I can therapy myself, right? So that's fine. So I do Shambling Shell to 4 cards. And then I do Shambling Shell. Sorry, I have 4 cards right now. Shambling Shell, I have 3 cards remaining and 5 cards in library. Shambling Shell, I have 2 cards remaining and 2 cards. Okay, so I think I do Shambling Shell, Shambling Shell, draw. Everything goes into play. And then I therapy myself twice. Cabal therapy, myself. So we would just like lose to a force here. It's not very good. I think we just win. Thassa's, Oracle. What are we paused about? And therapy, myself. Dread return. Because we knew they were the last 2 cards. I think it's just lagging when we cast it. All right, cool. We won a game. Let's go. That was pretty sick. That is for sure a way this deck would be better than the normal Force deck because it has a way to win through the One Ring. The downside is you can't interact with your opponent's spells like the One Ring because you don't have a counter spells. But we did sneak a nice little win there. That's pretty sick. I think we got pretty lucky because our Vigor hit Cage, Needle, and the opponent had no force of their own. That was nice. All right, so on the draw, I am going to get rid of Chalice. I mean, I think we want all of our interactive spells still, right? Maybe we just bring a Strip Mine in. And we could bring in Chill, but I don't really think that's that good. All right, I'm just gonna bring that in, sure. All right, game 3 on the draw against Jewel. We did do some cool things today, so that was fun. All right, we have a Bizarre hand, no interaction, but that's okay. We keep it. What do you got? Cage, yeah. Pearl. Okay. I will activate. Need a green card. Didn't hit a green card. Did hit a trap. So it's probably Thug, Bridge, and Thug. And now I still need a green card. My opponent's gonna Jewel. Yup. Maybe I need Hollow One so I can use Therapy on turn 1. This is a Metamorph. Trap it. That's at least something. Man, counter spells are pretty good. Love it. All right, so if I can upkeep... Oh, they have a Needle. Jesus. Okay. All right, I just need to hit a green card naturally. I have like 12 in my deck or something. I don't have one in my... I could Dredge and try to find a Shambling Shell and then Dredge it back. So that would take 2 turns. Is that worth it? I mean, what if I'm gonna die before then, right? But I'm not. It's not like I can actually hit the Jewel anyways. I have to just hit the two anti cards anyways. I'm just trying to figure out like if I have time to do that. Like if I risk it and I immediately hit green card for Vigor, do I have a chance of winning? I mean, I probably don't have a chance of winning either way, but if that's the case, shouldn't we risk it to give ourselves the higher chance of winning? How many? 3, 7, 11, 12. That's so bad. But we're in such a bad spot, aren't we? Is there other cards we can hit that are good here? I guess, like, hitting a Grief is fine here. A Trap is fine. A Strip Mine is not really good. I'm gonna try Natural Drawing, try to hit. I missed. I think that means we die no matter what, though. We'll see. I don't know. I think it's probably worthwhile to just risk it and try to hit a green card right away. Because I don't think we're going to get very many turns, so... Like, if this game goes for, like, 3 turns, then yeah, maybe I was wrong. So it did go for 1 turn here, so we would have been able to dredge it if we hit on this time. So if we know they have nothing now, it does make it better to dredge. So I guess I will dredge. I dredged over green cards, but they were in the middle of 2 Icarids, so. All right, they hit something on this turn, so it wouldn't have mattered very much. All right, it wouldn't have mattered very much. I don't know. I don't really hate my idea of just trying to get lucky. Oh, they missed again. I can't return these. It would be pretty good, though. Oh, I'm going to dredge again, trying to find... all right, so I hit the Shambling Shell. So next turn, I can dredge it back, kill their 2 things. They have to just keep missing forever, though. Like, they literally can't hit any card in their deck other than land. Ah, they hit Metamorph. Okay, so we're probably dead now. Well, even if they don't hit a good card, they have forces in their hand probably. So, all right, this is a PO I'll concede. There's no real reason to play that out, unless they accidentally pick up their needle, I guess. Even then, they'll have force. So. All right, I'll concede. Yeah, 2-4. I don't like this deck. I'll just be straight up and frank and honest. I don't think this deck is an improvement on the current versions of Dredge that are played. Vintage is far too powerful to ignore what your opponent is doing. And while I do like the Dread Return Griselbrand combo aspect, I think it adds a powerful dynamic. It's going to give you more game 1 wins. It lets you play through Ring like we saw. I think there is upside to doing it this way. I think the downsides, as demonstrated today, are just so high. I don't feel that grief therapy trap interaction is a strong enough play to warrant this. I do think we could have, ran a little hotter. Obviously, we mulliganed pretty hard. We didn't open any hands that had like grief with bridge and therapying your bridge token to take your 2 cards out of your opponent's hand. Like it can be better than it was today, right? It absolutely can be. I see how it could work. But yeah, I don't know. It wasn't vibing very well for me today. And obviously, I'm probably making some small sideboarding errors, maybe some large sideboarding errors. But I think the things we chose to do seemed like they made sense. And I'm not too upset with what we chose to do in terms of game actions today. Props, super props to the player who went top 8 with this deck at the land run. I really, it's very, very impressive to me after me trying to play this deck today. So hopefully more entertaining vintage to come with Tezzeret on the horizon. New vintage videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'll see you then.